Welcome back to our 7th standard biology class, my dear students. In the previous class, we completed mode of reproduction and asexual reproduction in chapter 12, reproduction in plants. Today in this session, we are going to learn about sexual reproduction in chapter 12. Dear students, take page number 136 in your science book. In the previous class, we completed methods of asexual reproduction such as fragmentation, budding, spore formation, and vegetative propagation. Today in this session, we are going to learn about sexual reproduction involves the fusion of male and female gametes. First, let us learn parts of a flower. Which is the reproductive part of the plant? Which is the reproductive part of the plant? A flower is the reproductive part of the plant. Look at the picture. Flower is the reproductive part of the plant. Next, what are the important parts of a flower? Do you know what are the important parts of a flower? The important parts of a flower include, look at the picture, sepals, petals, stamens and pistil. These are the 4 important parts of a flower. Let's study one by one. What are the reproductive parts of a flower? What are the reproductive parts of a flower? Stamen and pistils are the reproductive part of the flower. Stamen is the male reproductive part of a flower. Look at the picture. Stamen is a male reproductive part of a flower, while pistil is the female reproductive part of a flower. Which one is the male reproductive part of a flower? Stamen. Stamen is the male reproductive part of a flower. Which one is the female reproductive part of a flower? Pistil is the female reproductive part of a flower. Next, the stamen is surrounded by anther and filament. Look at the picture. The stamen is surrounded by anther and filament. The anther produces pollen grains. Next, what is sepals? Sepals are the exterior parts of a flower. These are the important parts of a flower. Dear students, take page number 137. Activity 12.4. Explain to study the various parts of a stamen and pistil. First, mustard, China rose and petunia flower are given an example in your book. You take a hibiscus flower as an example and do it yourself. Flowers which contain either only pistil or only stamens are called unisexual flowers. What is unisexual flowers? Unisexual flower means the flowers which contain either only pistil or only stamens are called unisexual flowers. Flowers which contain only female or male reproductive parts are called unisexual. Uni means only one reproductive part are called unisexual flowers. What is bisexual flowers? Flowers which contain both stamens and pistil are called bisexual flowers. Bi means two. Flowers which contain both male and female reproductive organs are called bisexual flowers. Corn, papaya and cucumber produce unisexual flowers, whereas mustard, rose and petunia have bisexual flowers. Both male and female unisexual flowers may be present in the same plant or in different plants. Next, anther contains pollen grains which produce male gamete. Which one produce male gametes? Anther. Anther produce male gametes. Look at the picture. A. Anther contains pollen grains which produce male gametes. Next, a pistil consists of stigma. Look at the second picture, B. A pistil consists of stigma, style and ovary. This ovary contains one or more ovules. The female gamete or the egg is formed in an ovule. Figure 12.9b. In sexual reproduction, a male and a female gamete fuse to form a zygote. In sexual reproduction, a male and a female gamete fuse to form a zygote. Understand? Next, let us learn what is pollination. Do you know what is pollination? Pollination refers to the transfer of pollen grains from the anther of a flower. Look at the picture. This picture explains the pollination. Pollination refers to the transfer of pollen grains from the anther of a flower to the stigma of the same or a different flower is known as pollination. What are the two types of pollination? Do you know? What are the two types of pollination? Cross pollination and self pollination. What are the two types of pollination? Cross pollination and self pollination. Let us learn one by one. First, let us learn what is self pollination. Self pollination that occurs within the same plant. Look at the picture. Second picture explains the self pollination. Pollination that occurs within the same plant is called self pollination. Next, let us learn what is cross pollination. First picture explains the cross pollination. What is cross pollination? The pollination that occurs between two flowers. Look at the picture. The pollination that occurs between two flowers of two different plants but of the same kind is known as cross pollination. Understand? Next, let us learn fertilization. Look at the picture. This picture explains the process of fertilization. What is fertilization? The cell which results after fusion of the gametes is called a zygote. The fusion of male and female gametes form a zygote. The process of fusion of male and female gametes is called fertilization. What is fertilization? The process of fusion of male and female gametes is called fertilization. The zygote develops into an embryo. Look at the picture. Next, let us learn fruits and seed formation. After fertilization, fertilization means the process of fusion of male and female gametes is called fertilization. After fertilization, the ovary grows into a fruit and other parts of the flower fall off. The fruit is the ripened ovary. Ripened means matured. The seeds develop from the ovules. The seed contains an embryo enclosed in a protective seed coat. Look at the picture. Fruits and seeds are formed by fertilization or sexual reproduction in plants. Some fruits are fleshy and juicy, example mango and orange. Some fruits are hard like almond and walnuts. Look at the figure 12.12 A and B. Dear students, today in this session we completed sexual reproduction in plant. Thank you, dears.